Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. 2020, what a year. Yeah, it's really all I can say right now. I will make a video talking about this year, like in totality at some point. Just give me some time. Animation Week is relative to the animation for the Pokemon series, right? It's an anime. A lot of people didn't know what anime was when it came out. If you're in that age range, probably not. You might have been familiar with like Akira, Sailor Moon, even DBZ, Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. But Pokemon wasn't marketed like an anime. It was marketed as, you know, a child show, which is what it is. And, you know, it provided you a sensibility of adventure. Going out here and you're not thinking about the ages of these characters, anything like that, but that's for another video. They had a blurb saying a familiar Pokemon will return. That Pokemon was Lugia. So Lugia is back and it has a new move called Aeroblast. If that's better than some of the other moves, I can't say. I would like to think it is since they're introducing it. It could be better for PvP, whereas, you know, putting, you know, a Lugia on your team to do a raid, it might be better for that. I haven't really tried, honestly. I haven't been out here looking for Lugia. Part of that is, well, I've got bad news going on. You know, I told you guys a couple videos ago, I'll get back to my old self again. I had some stuff going on. And it's even more. This stuff I will talk about. My stepfather passed away. Yeah, he passed away election night here in the U.S. I was telling myself, well, let's watch and see what happens here. And I get that phone call from a friend saying, hey, you need to call your mom. You need to call your mom. And he maybe had a semblance of what was going on. You know, an ambulance and police vehicles showing up would give you that kind of idea that something's wrong. And unfortunately, when she called, she gave the bad news, and part of me froze and was like, that's not really a thing. She's saying she thinks this is what happened, but no. It took a moment. I just recently got back from visiting. I tried to record some there. I never found the time, so much going on. So I did want to tell you guys that, because some of you have sent condolences, so I thank all of you for that. Some of you have been wondering where I've been, what have you. There's always something going on, right? I hate that that's what it is, but when you try to stay busy and you've got multiple hobbies and responsibilities, it comes with the territory. So I'll miss him. He helped influence a lot of things for me, helped shape me as a man, be a better person. He wasn't perfect, none of us are, and I was able to learn good and bad from him. And if he can hear me, I'm forever thankful for that. Right now, I'm trying to be strong for my mom, for my nephew. They were home when all this was happening, or at least my nephew was. My mom was out getting food for my stepfather, and it's what it is. Fortunately, you know, it wasn't tragic in the sense that it wasn't expected. He did have some ailments going on. He suffered from COPD, and so having a issue earlier, I said earlier, like a few weeks ago, it should have prepared us then, but a lot of people tend to hide what's actually going on with them. So I kind of was thinking maybe we'd finish 2020 without thinking about anything like that, but here it is. At least it wasn't closer towards Thanksgiving, or even worse, Christmas. I know that's worse for some people, especially when it comes to planning, you know, itinerary for funerals, this, that, and the third. Add to it, somebody hit my car, but I wasn't driving. So there, it's all out there. So going back to Pokemon Go, that way hopefully I'll have no stone unturned there for you guys. They had the Grubhub event, and they had the Verizon event. Now, due to what I just told you, I wasn't able to really participate in any of those. You didn't need a Verizon membership. You just needed access to a code, which if somebody else had it, they could have provided that to you if they didn't A, care about Pokemon Go, B, you succumb to buying one on eBay from one of these scalpers, or C, as I'm holding up fingers here, 1, 2, and 3. 3, you just, had a friend hook you up, or maybe you were just a Verizon customer and that worked out for you, right? All of those things. There was Unknown V and Z. Those were, for Verizon, right? I had a buddy trade me one of those, so hopefully I got footage here of that. Maybe I don't, but I finally got the Z out the way. Eventually I'll get the V. I'm not really questing for all the unknowns, but, it's a lot easier to get them all as we continue to get some of these special events and more Go Fest, So there's that. A lot of you saw, maybe some shiny Ferroseeds, or, I'm not sure if Kricketot should be shiny by now. Yes, I believe it is. But it's the Spearow that's supposed to have a spotlight hour at some point. I don't believe that passed yet. Spearow is one of the Pokemon I end up ignoring. So I don't think it's happened yet, otherwise I'd have told you, and may have got one or reported that a bunch of other people, the usual suspects in my group, have gotten them. But yeah, a couple of shinies out there that people have gotten, and I'm happy for them. I just haven't been able to really participate. Grubhub was the same way, right? You could have subscribed for Grubhub Plus and canceled it. I know that's not what they're going for. They want you to actually subscribe and take advantage of the service to get the Pokemon that were due to you, but both of these were going on at the same time, and people found those loopholes. And by now those events are over, so it's not like I'm doing a disservice to either Verizon or Grubhub by telling you, the easy ways in and out of that without having to have the service. There were free trials for Grubhub, I believe, and you got a nice little, badge or medal or something like that, but, kudos to you guys for getting it. So, I did do a Lugia raid. I should be showing that at this point in the clip. Again, not really excited about the Aeroblast, hoping that some of you got shinies. Lugia back in the day took like 8 to 11 people. It was ridiculous. I still don't feel comfortable doing one without 6 people just because Lugia is tanky. I have not got a new shiny. I did trade for a shiny back when trading was available, after, we were actually able to figure that system out. So it's not something I've been super pressed for. I'm actually kind of waiting for the next go around. I did get some more of these 12K eggs, and I did get a new Pokemon. It's some kind of bird. I can't remember the name. I should be actually looking at this right now, as difficult as it is to really tell you guys everything that's going on. So, I did hatch a Ponyta, so that should be here. And then here's the little clip of me hatching the first of what I hope is many new Pokemon that I haven't got yet. So yeah, it looks like some kind of chicken and part of an eggshell with its legs out. Volibee, that's what it's called. So there it is. I got Volibee. Now going back to Lugia, the best counters for it. Here's an image here. It's psychic and flying. It's weak to ghost, electric, dark, ice, and rock, ground type. So here they've got Gengar, Zekrom, Giratina, Raikou. And then alternatives to that would be Rhyperior for the ground. Weavile, and one other here that I cannot pronounce, but you see the image there. So there it is. It can be shiny. It's cool. I did get this Charmander with the Cubone hat on. So that was also interesting in itself. So yeah, that was pretty much the week. The new Pokemon in the research for this month is Togetic. So sorry guys, not a whole lot. I'm steamrolling through this. But for those of you curious, if you didn't do the Verizon, this is what was in it. These were the timed research. Now it's still going, or it was going on up until yesterday. but you still may be able to collect some of these. I think it's like 1 out of 4, and maybe if you had it, you still have time to get some of these. So here it is. Power up a Pokemon 3 times for XP. Catch 15, you got Spoink. Give your buddy 3 treats, you got 1,000 XP. And some of these rewards for that, or the rewards for that, were 3 incense, pretty good. A Chansey, which could also be shiny from my understanding. It doesn't indicate it here. But 1,000 experience. Now this is all for Verizon. Step 2, make 15 nice throws. Transfer 20 Pokemon. So you got XP and an Absol for that. Awesome. A lot of people were reporting shiny Absols or just really good Absols. And then evolve 5 Pokemon for 1,000 Stardust. And then you got a Star Piece and a Sweetottle, and then 1,000 Stardust again. So those aren't bad rewards so far. Step 3, you're getting a Lucky Egg, a Pharisee, and 1,000 Stardust. The Lucky Egg, at this point I'm not really concerned about Lucky Eggs, but look at this. After you've gotten 5 great curveball throws, caught 15 Pokemon, and powered a Pokemon 10 times, that's what you had to do to get those 3 things I mentioned. I don't think that that's worth it, but that's what you had to do. And then step 4 was just claiming rewards, which was 1,000 experience, Charizard, and then 1,000 Stardust. So you made 3,000 Stardust back off of the task, in addition to getting, well, I should say you made 4,000. So you made a total of 8,000 after all of this was done. And I'm sure most of that went into powering up a Pokemon 10 times. Hopefully you powered up a lucky Pokemon. Again, I got the Z for Verizon event, the Unknown. I also traded a Timber to that same person. We shouldn't have traded Timber. We should have traded the second, or we should have traded the second form of that, or the first evolution. That way he didn't have to, and myself included, didn't have to have 200 candy, but it wasn't my idea. I don't need a lucky Timber, but whatever. But for the rewards for that, you know, because you got the Charizard XP and all that, you got some energy, 100 mega energy, and I'm not sure which Pokemon that was for, but you got Gibble here, which is a great reward, and then that, you know, that last 1,000. So that was the special weekend for Verizon. That was it there. I would assume that that was fun if you know, had Verizon and what have you. There's a research out here that included Pikachu. This is all part of the animation week as well. It wasn't anything spectacular in my eyes, but something different, right? I'm just pretty much ad-libbing at this point. This is just footage that I'm going to close it out with. You had the Day of the Dead event. I'm sure it went pretty similar to this in terms of structure. And I'm sorry, I think a video or two ago I said Day of the Dead was the 1st. Maybe they did the event on the 1st, but I think it's actually the 2nd of November. But neither here nor there. The Grubhub event is either over with now as of this recording, and by the time it uploads it should be. But I didn't get to participate in that either, and I felt like I should still at least talk to you guys about it. So what's next? I'm still going to have videos coming up. There's still videos on the channel. May not necessarily be Pokemon or as much, so I can't, no promises on that. But check out those Mario Kart videos. That's all happening this month. The Mike Tyson video, please support that. Check that out. Again, you may be here just for Pokemon, but show love to those other videos. Those are things that I'm also passionate about, and those are things that other people may not see without your comments, without your effort, without you sharing them. You know, I'm still a relatively small channel at this time. Hope to get bigger and bigger. I did get some support through Twitch, so thank you guys for watching those up there. And a lot faster than what's happening here on YouTube. Again, I don't have control over any of the ads that have been on the channel. Some of you have reached out and said, what's up with this candidate's support? You know, I'm just thankful that during this election year, people have been willing to spend more money on advertising, and YouTube has not turned a blind eye to any of that. I wish they would go ahead and send me my PIN number so I can go ahead and keep doing what I'm doing, but that's just a little salt for me right there. Those of you who are creators, content creators, you know what it is I'm talking about. That being said, I've been on my grind to get more of these 12-kilometer eggs, so if I haven't opened your gifts, that's probably why. In addition to the family stuff I got going on, I'm trying to get those 12-kilometer eggs, or at least stack them, so opening gifts and spinning stops, needless to say, is not happening for a little bit. But I'll get back to it. Don't worry, we can still raid together and level up our friendship. That way I can still send you gifts, and you can, you know, gladly open those and continue to do what it is that you're doing. The grunts are still out here. They've got new clothing for your avatars. I kind of like this over the top for the, you know, the new Galarian stuff for the DLC. I kind of don't really care for that. It's like I'm wearing a snowsuit. But you can put the new shirt over that, and it looks cool. It matches red on a gray and red shirt. That looks pretty cool if I don't say so myself. So what's really next is this weekend you'll have the first community day, and then the weekend after that I believe you're going to have the second, which will be, you know, both Electabuzz and Magmar, respectively. So I'm looking forward to that. If you've ditched all your Sinnoh Stones, now's the time to hopefully get another one in your special research. Some of you may not even be interested in it, but hey, chance for a lot of shinies. I'm not sure if the babies, you know, will play any part in this, but we'll see. They're trying to give you 2 for a reason, and we'll just have to go from there. So I think I addressed everything. Yeah, Togetic being in the boxes now. I think Melton will have something special coming along his way. But I'll end it with saying, hey, thank you guys again for the support. Be on the lookout, level 50. That's still got to be coming soon. We got some news that in other parts of the world they're trying new XP things, so my speculation is that level 50. We're waiting on level 50. We're still waiting on Pokemon home integration, even though that code has somewhat been revealed already. Thank you to my Patreons, my day ones. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting. I appreciate you in this trying time especially. We're going to make it through this year, though. We are. It's a time to keep grinding, keep focusing, keep getting better. It's not a time to dwell on anything or anything like that. But, you know, if you need me, I'm still here for you guys, just like you're there for me. See you in the next one. Captain Sensation!